Hi everyone, my name's Ashley Wylde and welcome to my channel, Ashley's Wylde Life. Today I have a brand new video for you on the gender resources playlist. So if you want to learn about gender, I'm adding videos there every other week. Definitely check out the link below or click the link on screen. This week I want to talk about the use of gender inclusive bathrooms where they exist. I am lucky enough to go to school at Colorado State University where there are single stall, lockable, gender inclusive restrooms. This is phenomenal. What it means for me personally is that I don't have to hold it from the morning when I leave my house to the afternoon when I get home. I have the option to use a gender inclusive bathroom, a place where I feel safe to go to the bathroom while I'm on campus. And that's a really wonderful thing. But one of the things that I'm starting to realize about gender inclusive spaces like changing rooms and restrooms is that not everyone understands their intended purpose. And I want to believe it's that. I want to believe it's people making use of the space without understanding the purpose, without understanding why their use of that space might be considered problematic. Now, I am a firm believer that single-stalled restrooms serve all kinds of populations. For example, our gender-inclusive restrooms are also accessible for people with certain physical disabilities. The spaces are also really great for parents who need to have access to diaper changing stations, as well as for people who might be from other cultures whose bathroom habits differ strongly from those in the United States. My point in saying this is that I don't think that gender inclusive restrooms only serve trans and non-binary populations. I think they are capable of serving many different populations with diverse needs. And I don't think that any one person or group has the authority to govern who does or does not use a space designated as gender inclusive. But I do have one thing I'd like to say about the use of gender inclusive restrooms. It is so important that you self-monitor your use. No one has the right to tell you that you don't have access to this amenity. I don't think trans people have the ability to say cis people don't belong in this space. What I do think is that you need to be able to critically self-reflect and decide if your use of that space is warranted and appropriate. My personal rule for the question is there another bathroom that I can access that meets my needs and in which I feel safe? And if the answer is yes, then I would urge you to critically examine your choice of using a gender inclusive restroom, because there aren't many. And since they're single stalled, you have to wait. For someone like me, for whom it is very important that I have access to a gender inclusive restroom, if someone is in there, I don't just detour to the nearest women's restroom. I stand outside and I wait. This is the singular place that I feel comfortable and safe to use the bathroom. When you have the option to use a gender inclusive bathroom versus any other kind of bathroom, just ask yourself, is there somewhere else that I can get to that is accessible, that meets my needs, and that I feel safe? And if there is, am I potentially occupying a space that somebody else desperately needs, that I myself do not need desperately? This is me trying to weigh in on the question of who should be able to use gender inclusive restrooms, and I hope I'm making myself clear. Nobody has the right to determine whether or not somebody else can use the space, but you absolutely have the power and the right and a duty to ask if you should be using the space. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.